2026 is your year, okay? I am manifesting that for myself. And if you're tuned into this video, if it found you, then 2026 is your year, okay? I have notes for this video, but stay tuned because I'm going to let you know how you can dominate 2026 and make 2026 the year where you are your best self. You show up your best self, you walk in your greatness, you stop sleeping on your potential, stop sleeping on yourself, and stop letting the world sleep on you, okay? If this speaks to you and you are tired of heavy thoughts and self-doubt and a lack of self-belief weighing on you, if that speaks to you, then tune into this full video because I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can dominate 2026, how you can handle these heavy thoughts, and just be your best self, okay? My name is Ariane Monet, and thank you for tuning into this video. So, if you know who I am, you know that I started my content creation journey in 2020, really like 2019. I started posting motivational, inspiring videos, just trying to ignite people to be the best versions of themselves. And then that spiraled into my podcast, I'm Just the Messenger. I'm Just the Messenger was very successful. It reached 2,000, it reached over 20,000 plays, 15 countries, and I did that with no strategy. I don't say that too proudly because I learned a lot and I learned the hard way, and I should have been getting paid much sooner. But I plan to teach you that and teach you many more of my mistakes along this journey. That's why you're here. But yeah, the podcast was designed to host dialogue that inspired us to just be the best versions of ourselves and to free ourselves, because there's so many things that are trying to oppress us and keep us enslaved mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And I didn't realize how big that weight was going to be in my life before stepping into my purpose. Basically, I lost my brother. He was murdered. And that led me to spiraling out, losing myself, losing my purpose. And I stopped I'm Just the Messenger right while it was at the peak. But I really feel like it was because Anais, my brother, may he rest in peace, he was actually here where I am right now. He was helping me record my last interview before he passed away. And so I just felt like I had seen the vision, like things were becoming real, things were becoming a business. And then he was helping me. I saw where he could be put in position and we could build this thing and start making some real bread. You know what I'm saying? And so it just fucked me up. I just lost myself. And so basically I neglected myself. I neglected my purpose. And that led to an abundance of things. But ultimately, who I am today is still the same. I am consistently passionate about being free and being an inspiration or ignition or assistance to a Black or brown person that is enslaved within themselves and is not living to their fullest potential. I feel like that is consistent with who I am. I started my LLC, Be the Best You, when I was very young, before even I'm Just a Messenger came about. But ultimately, I feel like that is consistent with who I am. And basically, the last year or so, after losing myself, spiraling out, going through a lot of things that I'll get into detail in a sec, I just realized, like, okay, it's time to walk in my purpose. It's time to stop sleeping on myself. It's time to stop sleeping on my potential. And so basically the last year or so, maybe two, I have been really, really, really invested in just personal development, personal growth, and healing, I guess. But I know that at this point that has such a weight and connotation in today's climate. It's like we feel like we have to heal just to do or be or experience, and that might not be the case. But I just was going through some things and I realized it was time to make a change. And so I knew for a long time that I wanted to be a well-being coach or life coach or just coach to helping somebody who is in a dark place, a low place, spiritually, emotionally, come out of that. And maybe not in the traditional way of therapy. And so I sought out pursuing becoming a well-being coach, but I made sure to pursue a program that was going to walk me through the same process that my clients, my future clients would go through and help me grow and help me evolve in that same way. And I found that. And so that's what I've been doing the last year or so. And basically, why I did this was because I knew I wanted to continue to use my voice. I wanted to show up and create content. But for me, purpose is everything. For me, intention and having a reason behind the things that we create and being a part of a solution or positive change, that's important to me. And so I knew that I wanted to come back on here. I knew that I wanted to use my voice, but I knew that I also was becoming a detriment to myself and a detriment to society, honestly. I was honestly becoming a functional crash out. Anybody that knew me from 2022, 2021, when my brother was killed, to that point of about 2024 summertime, I apologize. That's all I can say. I think that that is what has kept me from using my voice and coming back on here, because I know that I did not show up my best self. I burned bridges. I lost jobs. I didn't give a fuck. And that definitely affected my reputation and my brand. And the brand is me. I represent what I do. And so, in light of just knowing how I showed up over the last few years, I was nervous to come on and do this because, boy, it's just been some time, but I've learned a lot. And coming out of this program, it has increased my self-awareness and made me see how I've given my power to so much, to relationships and to minor inconveniences or people that are beneath me, not to sound cocky or arrogant, but like just shit that's just not worth my time, my energy, who I am, and who I desire to become and be in this life. It's like, oh, I should and will, God willing, never cross paths with this person again unless I'm in service to them. So what the fuck am I doing wasting my time giving this person so much of my energy? I've done that over the last few years, and I feel like going through this journey, this personal growth has really helped me to see myself and just have better awareness, I guess, of where I fuck up. You know what I mean? I think that now the journey for me is acceptance, but I can honestly see myself. And I'm also coming to acceptance, I feel like, but nonetheless, I just realized I've been sitting real low, so we got to fix that. Also, why I have these pillows, y'all, I broke my neck. That was part of the being a functional crash out. I got a DUI, and not my finest experience. The nurse that came in and told me right before I was going to go to jail because I got a DUI that she's like, this is rock bottom, right? And I told her no. I actually told her no, and I had yet to even realize what that would bring me. But yeah, I've been through so much over the last few years, but I have gained so much. I feel like I've gained so much more wisdom. And if you have been a fan for, since 2020 and with I'm Just the Messenger, then I've always been a person that seeks accountability, growth, self-reflective, but I was arrogant, and I didn't realize that I didn't understand, I guess, how some of my people, especially in the Black community, could get stuck and could lose sight of their purpose and could not walk in their greatness, could escape through alcoholism, drugs, addiction, whatever that is. I just didn't understand it. And I wouldn't say I judged it, but I didn't understand it. And so I had a hard time showing up with a certain level of empathy. There was a level of empathy in a different way. There always has been, because I can't stand this system, this oppressive system that tries to keep us down, that has a lot of my people enslaved mentally within themselves and cannot get unstuck, and are just stuck in cycles. So I've always been aware and empathetic to that, but like I just didn't get it from, like, I guess a more surface level. And so let me just say, the last few years humbled my ass. That's all I'll say. But yeah, that's basically why I want to help you dominate 2026, and also in general, just be the best version of yourselves. That's just my mission, I feel like. And I've been afraid to walk in that because, again, there have been moments in my life where I did not show up my best self. And so I just feel like I've struggled with imposter syndrome, I guess. But that's exactly why I want you to follow me, because I'm growing. We're going to grow together. But also, I've been through so much. I have transmuted so much of my pain into purpose. And honestly, everything that I've done that I have put intentionality into purpose has been successful. And so I would like to teach you the things that I've learned along the way, from waiting tables to hosting events, hosting a podcast, getting these interviewees, reaching 15 countries, getting 20,000 plays. That is my goal, is to teach you everything I've learned, but also from a personal standpoint, from giving my power up to the relationships and people that don't serve me, and putting humans on a pedestal before God, and just not trusting myself. Those are also the things that I would like to give to you, because I want you to save your time, energy, and self-doubt, and just looking back and regret and increasing your self-shame and self-hate. That's what I want to do. I hope to be of service to those that tune into my YouTube channel. This is new for me. The podcast was strictly audio, so being in front of the camera in this way is a little uncomfortable, but I'm gonna get comfortable, so bear with me. But if this speaks to you, if you feel like I can add value to your life and my experience and my wisdom would be beneficial to you, tap in. I feel like I can be of service to women and to men. My goal is to serve Black people, brown people. I am Black and Mexican. So I would like to eventually see that intersection with my identity and the people I serve. But I am raised by Black women. That is a huge part of my identity. I feel like people have only seen me as a Black woman, especially because I'm assertive, confrontational, opinionated. I've been a problem, especially to corporate systems. So it's very hard for me to not feel so strongly as a Black woman. I identify very strongly with that, but I do acknowledge that I am mixed, and there's privilege to that too. And so I plan to just show up my best self. But ultimately, if being free, if learning how to sell what is passionate and purposeful to you, and to walk unapologetically in your power, if that speaks to you, then hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and tune in for next week, because I'm committed. This is my commitment to you, is to show up every week and just give my best self and be authentic, be humble, and just give you what I feel like resonates at the time and makes the most sense. Be the best you. Have a great